Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back. This is Daily Trading Analysis with a quick market update for today, February 10th. Michigan consumer sentiment preliminary came way higher than expected. We expected 65 and we got 66.4. Consumer expectations also a little bit higher than expected, a little bit lower than the previous one, but still confidence and current conditions also way higher than expected. We expected 68 and we got 72. 5-year inflation expectations are flat as the previous one. And look at these inflation expectations overall, preliminary data from 3.9 to 4.2. So obviously expectations are higher on the inflation, but consumer sentiments and overall consumer expectations are higher. And that's good for the overall economy and to basically get rid of the fear of recession and probably for the economy and for the consumer to keep holding all these interest rates hikes and high interest rates that Fed is imposing is putting a lot of pressure on the economy and on households. So this is from economy data of today, and also something we have to watch. Oil prices rise more than 2% today after Russia says it will cut output by 500,000 barrels a day. So Russia is continuing putting pressure on overall markets, geopolitical tensions, and basically it's just a decline of roughly 5% of Russia's crude output. And well, it is supposed that Russia was not selling crude oil to a lot of countries, but looks like, well, it is what it is. And they are trying to alter, to change overall balance between offer and demand. And obviously, if there's a cut in output, the price will go up. So let's check the markets. Let's start with crude oil. As we were saying, Russia cut output. Well, look at this, 2.05 on the day. And look at this volume. This is when news came out at 3 p.m. in the morning. Look at this spike. Well, this is what Russia is doing, is altering the balance between offer and demand. And obviously, demand is going, price is going up. So watch this market because crude oil and overall energy has a lot of impact on CPI and inflation. So we are just approaching this descending resistance and holding these 73 and putting higher lows. So watch out, because if crude oil breakouts and start going $83 per barrel plus or higher, we might end up being at 90 in the blink of an eye, and that will be huge for inflation. So watch this market. Regarding Nasdaq, well, looks like consumer sentiment is not the only thing that investors and traders are trying to are hoping, are expecting, because we were chopping around and overall we are in a clear descending pattern. A lot of super oversold today and minus 1.40. Tesla, look at this descending triangle, and right now breaking down this 30-minute support that we had since the very beginning on Wednesday with this super push on Tesla. Looks like retails are abandoned, are selling Tesla, one of their favorites. Microsoft also in the red, Nvdia 6.58%. So this is more than a pullback. This is just selling pressure, big selling pressure. So watch out, because this kind of rejection of this candle on 13th of September, on the Nasdaq and on the S&Ps, we are rejecting also this pivot, this high on 13th of December. This looks like weakness, and we will have to see what happens in this pullback. I expect this blue dot line last week low to be held, but until then, there's a lot of space below. So be careful with your position. and be careful with your expectations, because it's not only crude oil, natural gas is also 2%. Dollar is continuing higher. Look at this. We were saying in this channel that I was expecting dollar to continue higher to reach 105. And at the same time, also yields are pushing higher. Look at this breakout. Beautiful breakout on yields. Sadly, this is not the best for the economy long term, but we'll have to see how we end up with all this information and pushes. XLE sector fund 3%, utilities defensive sector 1.43 in the green, staples 0.36, and healthcare. All these sectors are defensive sectors, so it looks like Wall Street is starting to rotate into defensive now that there's more fear regarding the economy and overall recession at high interest rates. So be careful, because I think we might be in just the beginning of a long pullback, long selling pressure. So if we check the 2-hour, we just broke this big. We are at that support in between the daily and, sorry about the lines. We broke this kind of resistance, support, and we are right at that level. We need to hold this, but I wouldn't be surprised if we basically do something like this. And maybe if economic data starts coming again bullish, we may reclaim this pivot. But for sure, we don't want to just continue selling off like this and break this and reject this last week low. That would be a lot of a pullback, but anyway, we need this. This was a matter of time for the markets to pull back and to start to sell. And what's most important is this kind of candles, these bottoming tails, need to hold. And what is most important, we need buyers to recommit, maybe at the 200 SMA at these levels, or even in the 45 EMA, to again start the buying pressure and get in another position trade long to the long term. That would be ideal for the Nasdaq for a healthy move. But for now, well, selling pressure it's heavy. It's continuing from yesterday. Look at this. We are just less than yesterday, but for sure we are starting to see this red area in which starting to look oversold more or less. But anyway, be patient, because it was a matter of time of just seeing selling pressure, but that doesn't mean that Nasdaq is not looking bullish. It's looking worse than before, but we are still in a nice uptrend, and we just want to see where Nasdaq starts to find again support and demand and starts to curl again. Hopefully we can see that happening in between above 12,000. That would be ideal. As always, thank you for your time. If you found this video useful, please remember to click the like button and subscribe to the channel to receive notifications when I upload new videos. Remember that I upload new videos every single day for market forecasts, market updates, and market recaps. I appreciate your time, and remember, the trading day is not over yet. It's Friday. It's not looking good, so take your profits or just take your day, enjoy the weekend, and see you on Monday. Discipline and risk management are super important and are key for your success. Stay safe, everyone.